Welcome back, everybody, to our Burton Albion England DNA series. We have got an unbelievable episode today. We could go up into the Premier League in today's episode. There's going to be 2 games at the end of the season we're going to play to try and get into the playoffs, and then we're going to play the playoffs if we get there. If we don't, we'll review the season, go through all the attribute changes for the end of the season, and then look ahead to next season. But I'm looking forward to this. We do start off 7th, 1 point outside the playoffs, but let's get into the episode and see how we get on. And welcome back, everybody. So there we go. 1 point separates us from Ipswich. We are 4 points behind Sheffield United and 5 behind Fulham. We play both Wigan and Fulham in today's episode. That's why, like, if Fulham were to drop points in their first game, you just never know, right? You never know what could happen in these games. In terms of fixtures, so if we go through it, then Fulham have to play. They have to play Brentford, then us. They could easily lose Brentford away. That's definitely doable. You've got Sheffield United who've got to play Ipswich. They play each other. They play each other. What a chance. And they play Hull away with 3rd. That's gettable. So I think we can see what's going to happen here. Then Ipswich have got to play Sheffield United, then Coventry. So basically, I think if we win our 2 games, I think we're going to be in the playoffs. I think it'll be in our own hands if we win both games. Now, we play Wigan, who are 16th, and then Fulham, who are 4th. So we'll see what happens. My predictions will win the first game. They'll fall just short of the last game, but you never know. I just think for these last 2 crucial games, we're going to start with Shaughnessy and leave Mitchell King on the bench, the youngster. But that could easily change going into the last game. If we lose the first game, we're completely out of it mathematically. I probably won't show you the last game because it's just pointless. But yeah, it's looking very, very close. In fact, do you know what I'm going to do here? No, Shaughnessy, you are going to play there, and Mitchell King goes centre-back. I'm not going to play Heller as the starting midfield player. We'll do that. So no, Mitchell King is going to play. Shaughnessy will go into the CDM role. We have Terry Taylor and Gilligan both out for this game through suspension and injury. And yeah, here we go. Let's get into the game and see what happens. I'm excited for this. I have no idea what's going to happen. Let's watch it together and let's see if we can make some magic happen. Come on, Burton. Assistant manager says, recent praise is justified. Okay. Oh, here we go. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be a close end to the season. They are going to play a 5-3-2 against us, okay? And we are underway. Instant highlight here. Smith has it. The throw in. Throws into John King. John King takes a touch. Goes wide, loses it. Shaughnessy, he's going to have a dig from distance. Surely he's got to score it. He's got to score that. Shaughnessy, come on, mate. You've got to do better there. There's been 5 yellow cards in 10 minutes between both teams. Corner, Powell whips it in. Headed towards goal. It's away. Smith gets to it. Who's it going to be for? Smith. It's going to be for Shawley. Smith still goes. Victor scores. Come on, Burton. Going to the playoffs, surely. Come on. 1-0. Yeah, nice little second phase set piece here. We rework it back to the far post. Get the cross in. Victor heads it in. What a legend, 1-0 Burton, and what is going to happen here? Sheffield United are losing to Ipswich right now, which puts us 1 point behind both of them going into the last game. Okay, halftime, it's still 1-0. We're going to say things are going well. Hala here, Lakin, plays across to Sam Hughes. Sam Hughes whacks it in behind. He's going to get the John Key, doesn't quite get there. It's brought down by them. We've got it, knocking it around. Shaughnessy, Keller Doan, quick, let's execute this side. Good, into Victor. Victor has it. John King's in there. John King, there he is, and he scores, and is he onside? He's onside and it's 2. Come on, Burton. What a chance. What a chance we've got. It's 2-0. Yeah, it gets played out to the wing, and I thought he would have a good chance to execute it. I thought either he'd run it in himself, Keller Dunn, have like a 1v1, plays into Victor. Victor crosses it. John King scores. It's 2-0. We're in the playoffs. As things stand right now, we are in the playoffs going into the last game. It's going to be tough. It's Fulham and it's away. There's 2 things. Oh, it's 3. It's 3. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I've taken both strikers off because they've done their job here. We are currently back out of the playoffs because of other results. We're currently 7th going into the last game. But, I mean, we can replace Fulham with a win because we're only 2 points behind them right this second. As William goes through, saved by the keeper. Let's just end the game. I want to see what the scores are. Come on. And we've got better goal difference than 2 of the 3 teams. The only team we don't have better goal difference than is Fulham. Mitch King's got a bit of a not going to the end of this game, which isn't great. Keller Dunn's going to get the ball here. Plays it into Williams. Headed away. They're going to clear this now. They might do at this point. Hopefully he recovers, but he's riding around in pain over there. Bless him, on the sideline. They play into the gap where he should be, and they're going to get a chance. Are they going to score? Yep, 3-1. And there you have it, 3-1. It finishes to Burton Albion. We'll say, well done, lads. Good win for us. Here we go. It goes into the last game of the season. If we can beat Fulham, we'll replace them into the playoffs. If we draw and Sheffield United or Ipswich lose, if either of them lose, we go into the playoffs. If we lose, we're out. That's it. All we need is a draw to give ourselves a chance. But it's against a good team, in good form. And I'll see you in a few days for the Fulham game. I just realised that, Fulham have played a game less, so they've got their game in hand. So, I mean, that only applies if Fulham do lose their game in hand. Because if they draw, although we can technically catch them on points, we're too far off them on goal difference. So, I'll see you in a few days then for the Fulham game. Come on, Burton. Wow. Fulham did lose their game in hand, so it does get on to this game. If we win, we are in. It is unreal. I can't believe we're in this position. 3 seasons in, no signings. Kieran Gilligan, get yourself back on this bench, please, mate. Yeah, we'll get you in there. So I'm going to drop Mitchell King for this game because I'm just going to play Terry Taylor back in, obviously, along with Shaughnessy at left centre-back. But the gap between Shaughnessy and Mitchell King in terms of performance, and while I'm watching the games, I don't feel like there's too much difference between them. So next season, I think I'd just start Mitchell King. Here we go then. Your final team of the season potentially is Garrett in goal with a back three of Shaughnessy, Hughes and Hamer across the back, captain and vice-captain for the next few years, you'd expect there. Smith and Keller done at wing-backs, Lakin and Taylor holding, John King and Victor up front. Here we go, viewers. Here we go. Last game. If any Burton fans are still watching, I know a few people were watching this at the start of the series. Do send me across some of your typical songs. I'll try and get some of them into the videos. It's just the manager says, I'll pick up where you left off. Okay, Fulham play. We don't count Fulham play. We're better than them. Come on, boys. Let's go. Lads, you need to worry about Fulham. They are playing. Hey, do you know what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares what they're playing. All they care about is what Burton do. They have a set piece early on here. Wendell's going to take it. He's going to play it straight into Rosette. No, he's not. He's going to play it short. Oh, they're in. No. Good save, Garrett. Love that. We need about 5 more of those from you, mate, in probably the first half, and then we've got a chance. Away. Get it away. Yep, that'll do. And, oh, no. Oh, dear. Keller done. Don't give a penalty, please. Wendell. No danger. No danger there. It's only Wendell. Oh, the highlight's going to continue. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. Well, it's not if he does that. Now we've gone long anyway. Victor's going to get... Oh, he is, isn't he? Victor's going to get to this. Give it to John King. Give it to John King. John King headed away. Headed down. They've got Cabellos in the team. Is that Callum Wilson? That isn't Callum Wilson, is it? John Smith. Maybe I should have looked at their team before we played the game. Maybe I should have done that. They have the ball. It can't be Callum Wilson. They go across to Andres Pereira still, though. Wendell heads it straight into our team. Surely that's going to be ours. Keller done. Says, get rid of that. Rosed. Hamer plays into Taylor. Taylor takes a touch back into Lakin to Hamer. He had options, goes back to the keeper. We're a bit safe in this game with our passing, which results in a lot of us going backwards and then just long. We need more progressive passes. That was a bit shit, wasn't it, Shaughnessy? Let's be honest about it. Victor goes in for a 2-footed challenge. And we do love a good red card on this channel, but that was nearly calamitous. And they go through on the right-hand side. Our right, their left. They go through and shoot. Keeper saves it. What a save that was. It stays 0-0. We're surviving, which is what we need to do. It'll be, by the way, it'll be just like this in the playoffs if we actually do get there. Every game will be like hanging on for dear life for the entire game. Is what it's going to be like. Highlight here. Fulham have it. They play it across their back. They're going to play it in behind. Shaughnessy gets the Hamer back to the goalkeeper. It's whacked long into Powell's going to get for this. Headed away. John King into Victor into Powell. He's not going to score from there. No. Highlight continues here. Fulham have it with their goalkeeper. They are going to go long. We're going to win this. No, Mitrovic gets there, but Caledon gets there. Gives it away. No, this could be their highlight. Is he onside? If he is, it's a goal. 1-0. Highlight here. Hamer gets it deep. Plays it into Powell. Powell up to King. Brings it back down to Powell. Powell's options. Victor's offside. But Caledon is not. Plays to Victor. He's onside now. Play it across goal. Don't you dare shoot. Back to Caledon. Whipped across. Powell heads it. Oh, and it's just wide. Highlight for Fulham. They play it from the back quite easily against us. Late pressure on them. Yeah. Oh, hang on. We win it now. Hamer. Caledon. What you got, Caledon? Don't give it away, please. Hamer. Lakin. Hughes. Back into Hamer. Right wing back's all open here. Caledon has it. Plays into Victor. He's going to skin him. He's in behind. Penalty! Referee, get that red card out, please. Send him off. It was a disgrace. Who's going to take it? Who's going to take it? It's Powell, isn't it? It's Powell. Penalty. Scores. 1-1. Come on, Burton. Okay, we'll say... Oh, what should we say here? Fans. Victor's going to get there. Hopefully it's another penalty, and it's a red card for them this time. Victor. Taylor. Taylor, what a little slide pass that is. Is it a pen? Oh, it's not. It nearly was, though. Taylor, cut back. Shoot. Lakin. Oh, it was so close. It's another highlight show. This is too much drama. There's too much drama. Get on him early, Caledon. There's nobody else there for you to worry about. Get fucking on that player early, please, mate. Oh, they're in. Nail him. Hughesy. Hughesy. Nail him. Don't let him cross it. You're going to let him cross it, aren't you? Wow, what a block that was. Shaughnessy doing his bit for the team. I'm looking at my subs. Oof, that was close. I'm looking at my subs. I'm not really sure who's going to come off first. Probably Keller Dunn. Right now, the draw doesn't do anything for us because Sheffield United are currently drawing and Ipswich are winning 3-0. Ipswich have won, so they're out of it. The only thing that gets us in with us drawing is if Hull City get a goal to take the lead against Sheffield United. So right now, we still need to win the game as of right this second, but I'm not going to chase it till late on because there's always a chance that Hull City could get a winner. Yeah, Keller Dunn's going to come off. He's on a 6.3. We're going to put Camwa there, and we're going to take off... I'm going to make another sub. We're going to take Smith off. I'm going to put... I might put Taylor out there, you know. I've got a feeling. Or do I put Lakin out there? Lakin hasn't got as much pace. I'm thinking this. Corner for Fulham. To the far post, headed away. They're going to get a second chance here, though. Is it going to be a goal? Maitland-Niles shoots, and he does. He scores. Devastating. Highlight for Fulham. Free kick to the far post, headed away. John King to Victor. There's like a 2 versus 1 here. Victor, play him in. Joe Pole's through. He's been caught, though. Play it back in. Victor, is he going to score? Oh, he's missed it. No. Oh, you're coming off. And Mitch Quinn goes centre-back just because why not? Hull City have taken the lead. So, if we draw, if we can get a goal, we're in the playoffs. Right, we've gone for it. 4-2-4. Can we get a goal? Highlight. Lakin into John King. John King works in the far post. Is Cam onside? He's offside. Late highlight here. Fulham play out from the back. We've got 4 players pressing forwards here. Come on, lads. Get pressure on them. Force it long. Can you win the first and second ball? We win the first, don't win the second. Could be their attack. They go through. Going to get a shot on goal. Oh, we've won it. Won it. Whacked it clear. We haven't really got enough pressure on that. We have now, though. Oh, William. Oh, come on. You've got to do better than that. Oh, he's won it back. William's got it. He's going to go through. He's going to score. Oh, he's missed it. If I had better strikers, we would have been up this year. Or we'd have been in the playoffs is what would have happened. That's going to be it. We had the chances. I'm going to say unlucky. Really, I blame the strikers for that game. There was 2 clear one-on-ones. And, I think, by the way, did I... there we go. So, I didn't actually bring this to you. There was rumblings of a takeover the entire time. And Andrew here is taking over the football club. And our bank balance is looking good. So, our bank balance is looking pretty good. Which is nice. He's going to give me a transfer budget. I don't need one, obviously. So, what's really good, though, with the new owners, can we end this on a positive and get, like, a new training ground or something like that? Not a training ground, but can we upgrade some of the stuff? So, let's say... increase youth level to the new owners. Let's see what they say about that. Let's see if we can end the episode with that, as well as a attribute review. Okay, before we can get to that, we're going to do our end of season review now, because it's going to come before we get the answer to the questions. So the results, did really good. We finished 1 point short of Sheffield United. If we'd have scored any of those chances at the end, we would have gone up into the playoffs. Can you believe how close that was? What's sad is obviously, like I've mentioned so many times before, it's not like a ordinary FM save, right? Where when you get really close to achieving something, you can get there again because you can naturally improve the team with chances, etc. Because we can't do that and we're really punching above our weight, we could end up next season 12th and be well off it, right? So, moments to remember. Not too many of them anymore. Finances, I mean, it's all going down. I don't know why. You know, they don't want to get the John King shirt. I mean, they don't apparently. It's not there anymore. It's not one of the top ones that get sold. I don't know how. That's our team of the year. Looks pretty good overall. Right then, the accolades. The most important one, really, in some ways. Fans player of the season is Victor. Young player of the season is John King. Goal of the season, John King. Top goal scorer is also John King with 23. Most assists, Johnny Smith with 13. Most player of the match award goes to John King with 6. Highest average rating there. Yeah, that's all good. Youngest player was Hallam Krogan. Fastest goal, Victor. Youngest goal scorer was Hallam. History of the making, thank you very much. And there's our dynamic timeline. Looking pretty good. I wish that we were able to add a promotion there, but it was close. It was really, really close. So close. We've had an increase of 1,500 followers on social media, but nothing's changed in here. Yeah, work hard, stay off, relegation, good. Thank you, lads. They're positive about that. That's nice. Right, there's a lot going on here. So the stadium's capacity is going to be increased by 3,250 seats. It's going to cost us 3.8 million. It's going to take 8 months to complete. And we're also going to be going to the Bescott Stadium temporarily to go there while they do that. It then says our facilities downgrades. Okay. They then reject my youth level, but they announce that we're going up anyway to a Category 1. So we are moving to a Category 1 academy, which is what I wanted anyway. So they rejected it, but they've actually done it anyway. So all's well that ends well. Now let's try and request something else. Okay, so I'm going to ask them to improve the training facilities because apparently they've degraded according to that last message. Yes. Right. I was really concerned that we wouldn't be able to affect this because it's technically at St. George's Park. It's not something that we really own. But at least in the game, it allows us to still do it, right? Thank God for that, because that would have been terrible if it would have gradually just gotten worse and worse over the next 10 years to the point where it's like terrible and we can't do anything to improve it. So at the very least, we can maintain it, which is good for us. Thank goodness for that. And the youth facilities, I think, will go up anyway, or I can't seem to affect that right now. So okay, just increase the we'll get increased junior coaching. Nice, we'll do a bit of that and improve youth equipment more here as well. Let's do that. Let's see if they accept everything that I've asked. They rejected that. So I'm just going to suggest it. Convince. They accepted it. Good. Thank you. Suggest, convince. Accept. I'm not going to push them too hard on that. They've given us one of the two. We've now got excellent academy coaching, which is really nice to see. We've not managed to get that, but it's okay. As long as we're getting some improvement every year, I'm okay with that. And we're getting a new stadium. We've increased the training facilities, and we've got a Category 1 academy now, which is beautiful. I'm actually just going to whack out some job adverts for the coaching staff positions and see what comes back. I'll upgrade the staff as well off of camera in the summer. Okay, then let's finish off with some player development reviews for the end of the season. Okay, starting with Ben Garrett, then the goalkeeper. Last 6 months, some gradual slight improvements, nothing really to shout about there. At least he's still playing at a good level for us, and he played really well in the last game against Fulham. It's a shame we couldn't just get that win, but yeah, doing all right. Sam Hughes has gone down. Now, don't forget, in the last 6 months, it's basically the back end of our development plan, and then this year what I did is I let the assistant manager just do the schedule for the last few months, rather than doing the England DNA training weeks. And I don't think that's really helped either. So I think what I'm going to do this time round is I'm going to come up with something for that last section of the season when there's nothing else really going on in terms of the schedule. So I'm going to have something there. And again, it's just something good to reference it all against going into next season. There's Mitchell King last 6 months, still looking good, improving in all areas. I'm excited about him. He will 100% be starting for us next season, and I can't wait to get him in the team. Oshalaja, he'll be let go at the end of the season because I've got enough centre-backs, I don't need him anymore, so he'll be not with us anymore. Thank you for your services, Oshalaja. Connor Shaughnessy, little improvement still. Yeah, looking all right going into the next season. He'll probably be dropped, I think, for Mitchell King, to be honest. I think this might be Borthwick Jackson's last season with us as well, because we've got Mitchell King this year. Then next year might try and promote another youngster from the youth team and replace him as well. So we'll see. This could be his last season with us. Tom Heyman. Now, there is a apparent chance that he could be going to somebody else. That they were saying that they were going to activate his release clause, but it only applies if they're in the league above, right? Yeah, so it has to be a Premier League team, which I don't think is going to happen, but that's what they were saying anyway. But in terms of development, he's still improving slowly, still looking good in some areas. I'm really happy with his development. Yeah, Tom Hamer is the third captain. You've got Terry Taylor, Sam Hughes, and Tom Hamer as our three main captains. I might keep Thierry for another season. I don't know. He's just good as an emergency option, isn't he? Cam will stay next year as another backup for us for next season. He's really good as a backup wing back and a backup pivot player if we need him to be. So yeah, he'll probably stay. Terry Taylor, really slow improvements over the last 6 months, but yeah, still a really effective player for us, really creative. And we've had no big offers really for him for the last year, so maybe we'll get another one going into this summer. Kieran Gilligan still looking like he's improving pretty good mentally and physically. He's really improved since we started the save. Maybe technically he could do with improving at the same rate, but good mentally and technically. Mentally and physically. Ronnie, I don't think Ronnie's going to stay with us. He's probably going to be a backup player, and we'll probably get rid of him. Sam Heller's ahead of him now, so he's probably going to be gone. There is Sam Heller. He's clearly ahead of Ronnie Wakelin, isn't he? And he's like a year and a half, 2 years younger. And yeah, I don't know. I think he's looking pretty good going into next year. I don't know if he's going to start. He's definitely going to be like our next in line pivot player. The thing is, he's not really dynamic enough and good enough going forwards to be like the box-to-boxer, and he's not the best defender, so he needs to really become something, because he's sort of neither at the moment, isn't he? He's not really good defensively, he's not really good going forwards either, so we need to find something for him. He needs to really improve his marking and tackling, ideally, because he's good in the air, his positioning is good, his concentration is okay, especially for an 18-year-old, 17-year-old. Just his tackling and marking could do with going up a little bit here. Johnny Smith, just maintaining himself, which is good. He'll be the first choice left wing back again next season. Happy with him still. He's probably like a League One player, but it still works, just about. Lakin, same sort of thing, really. He's like a League One central midfield player. He's good enough for the Championship to hold his own, but he's just not quite Terry Taylor, is he? Davis Keller-Dunn, really, I don't think is quite good enough to play as a wing back in our system, but he does well enough in matches. His match rating is just about good enough, and he just about holds his own and allows us to compete. So he'll be with us next season, but wing backs is going to be hard. it's really hard to get proper wing backs in this kind of system, but it's also really hard to get wingers to come through that are going to be really good. So I'm still not sure about the formation change on this team yet. Joe Powell, hopefully he turns this back around going into next season. We'll have to wait and see whether it's just the schedule, whether it's him maxing out and this being as good as he gets, but we'll have to wait and see on that, I guess. Lewis Mort's really starting to plummet physically, which is a shame. Maybe Long's have to come up with some sort of regime for like older players so that they don't lose their physicals as much in the like latter parts of their career, but we'll see. Williams still improving across the board. I think he'll be a lot more effective next year because he's just going to probably get like an attribute up in all the main categories, or at least close to that, I think. So we'll see how he gets on next year, but I think he could be a really effective player for us going forwards over the next few years. Victor's still improving. He's actually gone up, hasn't he, on acceleration by 1. He scored some crucial goals for us, and again, him and John King next year will be the strike force without much competition for that. And then lastly, John King. Nothing really too much to shout about this sort of section. I think I might... Like I said, I'm going to review this, letting the assistant do the last few months. It was just something I wanted to try and see what he would do, really. And yeah, I'm going to probably come up with something for myself for the last little bit here. But there's Mika, our backup goalkeeper, not really improving at the rate I'd like. I mean, if you look at Aled Harrison here, like he's by far a better goalkeeper, isn't he, already? I'm actually quite tempted to put him straight into the team for a little bit and just see how he gets on. Because, like, Garrett can't be our number one for like 5 years, right? For the next 5 years. He could... But you think at some point you need to take a leap on a young goalkeeper and hope they improve. We have to do that, and I think that he's probably worth it. So I'll see how next season starts. I'll treat him like an outfield player. If he was an outfield player, I'd probably wait till around maybe January, then look around that point to maybe get him into the team. Give him like another 6 months of just playing in the youth team, train, focus on that, then maybe introduce him. But we'll see. And Brendan Hughes, I mean, I'm looking forward to getting him in the team as early as possible as well. So we'll see. And Matt Hudson, he's going to be a quick centre-back. He's already got the pace right. So I think those 3 players are going to end up in the team pretty early on. And I think that if it ends up being that we're not going to get promoted next year, like or in the playoffs rather, I probably am going to introduce those quite early. I just like I have to take a gamble early on and see how they get, and just see if they single swim. Because Mitchell King, I played way before he was ready. John King as well, but mainly Mitchell King at the championship level. And he can easily do it now. I'm not worried about individual players playing at that level. What I'm worried about is them all playing together and the team being weak and then also getting smashed every game. So it's like if I isolate and put 1 in here and there, it'll work fine. It's if I put 7 of them in at once, that's when it falls apart. So it's trying to find out what that balance is. But also, like, there'll come a point where a lot of these players will stop being effective for us at the same sort of time. So we just need to make sure that we're ready for them. I mean, Terry Taylor's got a long time, to be fair. We've got a decade. What am I about? Terry Taylor's got a decade left. He'll be fine. That is going to do it anyway. I hope you're enjoying this series. I'm really enjoying this series. I just want to keep going as far as we can into it and see what we can do. I don't know how the new owners is going to affect our like confidence and stuff. I mean, they've basically taken over the same feeling towards us, which is good. The supporters, B from the supporters, come on. And they are satisfied. They're only satisfied developing players using the club's youth system. What the fuck? Let's end on that positive note anyway. A massive thank you to all of you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series, and I'll see you all next time.